Do so right now for free training and support, along with live sessions to help you succeed. Start now by joining us in our private Facebook group and get more exclusive video content on our YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe with notifications turned on for all updates. Join our community right now. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you on the inside at grooveasia.cn.
Hello, welcome. My name is Nick Lakhani and I am VP for Tech at Groove Asia. And one of the things that we're going to do today is talk about DESCRIPT. Now, those of you on live, just give me a thumbs up or a hashtag live. It'll be great to see. And if you're watching on the replay, give me a hashtag replay. That'll be brilliant. Thank you so much. And one of the things that we want to look at today, as I said, we want to be in a position to go and look at DESCRIPT. I'm just making sure that my sound is okay. So forgive me if I... last week we had some issues with the sound. I don't know whether you remember. So it'll be really cool to think about that and make sure that we can get some feedback on that. That'll be brilliant. Now, in the meantime, one of the things that we want to do is okay, so now one of the things that, as I said, we do is talk about tools on here, and what we want to do is to talk about DESCRIPT again. And just a little bit more further work than we did last time. I'm just going to go and reiterate one or two of the things that we looked at last week. And I'm going to show you one or two new techniques to actually go and work on. But remember, there's a couple of things that you need to take away from today's session. The first thing is that last week I introduced, well, for the last 2 weeks I've been introducing DESCRIPT to you. And then after last week's live stream. Now, I'm not sure, I don't think it was a live stream itself. I think that the company were going to do it anyway. I said to you that, oh, on the free version, they allow you the transcripts and the studio sound and so on. There's a, limits to it, but you can do it on the free account. And then I got an email saying, by the way, from July the 1st, you won't be able to do this, and this, the transcription and the studio sound and so on. They're cutting back on what they offer on the free account. What that means is, though, it means that it's working well and they're confident that they can say, right, let's go to the next level up, which is creator level. Roughly, I think it's $15 a month if you pay monthly. So that's not bad, actually. I've got to be honest. As I said, I was on the next level on, which I did $30 a month or $300, I think it was, and that was worth it because I was doing a lot of editing, a lot of transcription, and recording a lot of training courses. And the training courses, I recorded maybe 10 or 15 hours. After editing, it came out to maybe 5, 10, 15 hours per week. So there was quite a lot. Therefore, what you can do is be in a situation whereby one of the things that you can do, I've got things going off in my ears, one of the things that you can do is to think about it, try DESCRIPT, and then decide whether you want to actually have that facility, which I think is really good, and you need to invest in it, at least at the creator level, which is $15 a month. The other thing to think about, and as I said, in my coaching sessions that we run for Groove and so on, we had some feedback, and I had somebody message me on Facebook as well, and was talking about, well, how do I do this? How do I do that? There's a lot of information, a lot of things that you need to learn with DESCRIPT, right? Like with any other tool. And what I would suggest is that you need to decide how much time you have. if, for example, you say, right, I want to learn DESCRIPT, well, do you have 5 minutes, 5 hours, or 50 hours to learn it? Because you need to make a conscious decision. There's a lot of things in DESCRIPT, and like any other video editor, to be fair, and you can go down a lot of rabbit holes and take up a lot of time. In terms of, and this is why I wouldn't want to go and suggest that most of you go into in-depth, real nitty-gritty editing, because unless you're willing to put in the time to go and learn these techniques. And DESCRIPT, like any other tool out there, has got a very good help desk, a lot of good help, a lot of great videos on their YouTube channel, website, and so on, and tutorials and so on. So it's absolutely benefit rich for you as a solopreneur. Okay. What I tend to use DESCRIPT for right now, unless I'm creating courses, I use DESCRIPT to go and create a video, transcribe it, automatically take the ums and ahs out of it, which I showed you how to do that last week, shorten word gaps, which I showed you last week, and then export it somewhere else to another tool that does different things. I mean, I use Illusto because I like the fact that you can do a lot of really fantastic looking transitions on there. I think even better than DESCRIPT, or maybe I don't know how to do it in DESCRIPT, you see? That's the other thing. So it just suits me to be able to do it that way. Use one tool for one particular purpose and then use another tool for another purpose. And I don't have to spend so much time learning the ins and outs of these tools. I want to spend my time doing marketing for my business. And I suggest that you do that too. Okay? Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at, for example, the DESCRIPT console on there. And let's see what we're going to do. Now, remember last week, what I did was I showed you how to go and bring in a video and then edit it and so on. So let's just bring it along here. And let me put myself in the corner there. Now, as you can see, this is a video that I created last week. So for example, here's the text. I went in there, we've got the transcription right there. And also on here, on the right hand side, we had a look at where it's got underlord. And then we looked at shorten word gaps. Do you remember that? And it doesn't have any because we got rid of it last week. Also, for example, remove filler words. Okay, so again, we did that last week, didn't we? Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and show you a couple of more things around the screen, which is on top of what we did last week. So, in this case, what I want to do is to show you this on the bottom left-hand corner on here. I'm going to move my video out the way. And okay, so let's just move it like that. So in the bottom left-hand corner here, it says show timeline. Okay, do you see that? You click on it and look, it's got a timeline in there. And what that is, for example, and you can see down here, you can actually make this a little bit taller because there's only the video and audio down here. And if, for example, you then add in certain things, they will appear on different rows, okay? Now, in this case, one of the things I want to look at is scenes. And I said to you on the top left-hand corner here, this is one scene. So the whole clip is one scene. Now, What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and say where it says, now let me ask you. Well, I've just clicked in front of the N for now, and I'm going to, you see this slash key here? I'm just going to, on my keyboard, just press the slash, and that gives me a new scene. Therefore, if I click up here, it shows that that scene is highlighted. If I click down here, now this one is highlighted. Do you see that? And then if I go to the first scene, and then at the end of that line, I press enter, and then I'm going to put another slash in there. And what it does is, it actually adds this element in this item in here, this scene, and it's actually it looks like what, 5 seconds long. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it adds a 5-second scene into it, and therefore, what are we going to do there? We can record something in there. We can get the AI in this particular tool to actually create some speech for us, or we can add a file. Now that file could be a picture, for example. So in this case, if I go to courses and communities, this thumbnail here, and bring that in, and then what I've done there is I've actually added the thumbnail on there. Okay, that's brilliant. Now what happens, and let me just remove this again, and I'm going to go and share the screen again, this time with audio, and yeah, okay, all right, so I'm going to add it to the stage there. Now if I just play it,
that's really important.
and then look, 5 seconds of silence.
Now, let me ask you, would you like...
So do you see what happened there? With this scene, we brought in nothing, we brought in just a picture, or it could have been a video. And also, we could actually bring in some sound as well. It could be some music, or it could be me introducing the next section of my training video. Okay, so there's a number of things in there that you can do. For example, you can go to PowerPoint on here, and if I bring up PowerPoint, so let's just go to new. Okay, so I could actually go and say, right, okay, I want to create this one here, start an outline, quick starter, and so I can go and create. Actually, I like this one, digital design. Okay, create. So I could actually go create something and say, oh, that looks nice. I can take each of these slides as an image, right? Or the other thing I can do is go to File and Export. And can you see where it says Create a Video? And on here, it's got full HD video and number of seconds spent on each slide, 5 seconds. Do you see that? In this case, though, I'm going to go and make it 2 seconds for each slide. Create video. And I'm going to go to Downloads, and it's called Digital Design, and then Export. Okay, so what's going to happen is that what I've done is, imagine I've got either a slide or a slideshow. I can bring an image in or a video, and then actually put it into my video, into the video editor. The reason for that is that I may want it as a kind of like a filler or a transition in between the different scenes that I have. And I've actually used this before, where for example, you want to show them something, you want to explain something, then what you can do is to record some audio and then actually have it accompanying. So we've got 5 slides for that video. Each one is going to be 2 seconds. So I could record a 10-second clip and insert it in there, right? You get the idea. So think about what the videos you want to create, and maybe you want to show somebody how to go and use an Excel spreadsheet, and you're doing some training. Well, you can actually go and record the actual image of it, and then record your voice separately, or do it all as one. It's up to you. Therefore, you've got a lot of flexibility in there, and then you can actually put things in. And because you've got scenes in DESCRIPT, you can just pop things in there. It makes it modular. Okay? Now, in this particular case, what I'm going to do, let's just look at my screen again. Here we go. Now, I'm going to go and see if I've got the media. Therefore, let's take a look over here, and okay, so it's got, these are all, this is all the media that is built in, but in this case, for example, I can get rid of that picture, so press delete on there, and I can go through and put in, remember where it says add a file? Okay, so we can add a file. There's a digital design. Open it up. And you can see it automatically inserts a new scene. And so if I go up to here and play,
That's really important.
and then it gives 10 seconds of this slideshow.
Now, let me ask
And then
you,
it goes to the rest
would
of the
you
video.
like to actually go and work?
So you can insert things and move, and also you can move things around. Remember I said it's modular, okay? So imagine in this case, I'm going to go down here and I'm going to say, right, that bit there, I want as a new scene. And on here, this is the one where it says, that's what I want you to do, okay? So let's just play it.
That's what I want you to do.
Okay, you get the idea. Now, you can also, because it's modular, because it's made up of different scenes, you can move the things around, just like a PowerPoint presentation, you know, with the different slides. It's very easy. Therefore, let's take that scene number 4, and we're going to put it directly after our little PowerPoint clip. So I'm going to go to the PowerPoint clip, play it, and then the next clip will be, now that's what I want you to do. Therefore, we've got 10 seconds of clips.
That's what I want you to do, is to be.
Did you see that? And so not only can you edit these scenes and, you know, do a number of things with them, but you can move the clips around. Okay? Now, the reason I wanted to actually show you this, I can see we've got people in the watching the video. Just give me a like or a hashtag live. Let me know where you're calling from, where you're listening from. That'll be really helpful. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about DESCRIPT and the idea of video editing. Okay, so you have the ability to go and transcribe a file, edit it by just, you know, literally like Google Docs, just delete words and it'll cut the clip for you. Last week, I believe, or in the 5-day challenges, I showed you how how you would do it on a different tool, okay, like Illusto. And you have to go find the clip, cut here and then number of seconds further down and then cut there and then cut that bit out and all sorts of stuff, okay? For me, I find that complicated because I just want to take that word out, the offending word. And so that's why Descript is so good. Now, also with the scenes, you can then move things around. You can put things in, like images and videos and files on there as well, like the audio files. You should also think about if, for example, you're interviewing somebody, or if, for example, you're training somebody, sometimes you want to be on screen like this, on the full screen, and there are times when you can just cut in, and then as I'm speaking right now, imagine cutting into this video, if I was editing this video, and then I'm going to show you how to edit this Excel file. And then while I'm actually talking it through in the edit, I can actually, show, tell you on the screen what I'm going to do. I can actually cut that in and then put that video. And so I'm actually talking over the video of me looking at Excel. But at the moment, I'm not doing it. You do it on the edit. So there's a number of different ways you can do it. Now, that is called B-roll. B-roll is the idea that this is the stuff that I'm doing right now on the stream is the actual video. Think about B-roll as look at what you have on the news. When at the news, when reporters interview somebody, you often have a video, a camera on the person being interviewed, a camera on the person interviewing, and also one or possibly even two cameras, which are a little bit further back and show the whole scene. Okay, or maybe a camera behind the interviewer, like behind their head like this, but they can see that the interviewee is speaking. All right, so that's called B-roll. And what you can do is you can insert clips like that, and then you don't have to cut out the audio. Okay. Nancy's in the chat. Catch it. Yeah, she's going to catch up with it live. We'll do the replay later. Great. No problem, Nancy. It's great to see you. And but I just want you to think about, and this is the way that you plan a video. What do you want somebody to see? And an easy way to do it is to do a storyboard. You can do it on a piece of paper. You can do it on a PowerPoint slides, or however you want to do it. But say, right, start at the top left-hand corner and say, what's the first thing somebody sees? It may be the title slide. How long do you want it on for? Maybe 5 seconds. Do you want any music there? Yes or no? Do you want any, somebody speaking? Do you want rather than title slide, do you want a little video clip on there instead? So you go through each of the scenes that you want to see. Imagine it's a 5-minute video. And so every single scene has got its own slide. And that's why Descript is so good, because it takes you through those scenes like that. And you can say, I want to see, I want to interview Simon Leung. I want to speak about his time over in Google. He's known as the Google Insider, right? And one of the things I want to do is to interview Simon, and I want to actually then cut in while he's speaking with pictures of him at Google. And we've seen some of this, haven't we? Where the Google sign is, there's pictures of the campus, there's pictures of the restaurants there, and it was a different world in those days. And you're not only is he speaking, but then you're seeing it on the screen in pictures or videos. Okay, so that's a great way to actually think about your video. What does it look like? What does a person at home, or at the other end of your their laptop, what are they going to see and hear? And also, you also want to find out what do you want them to do with it. So always have a call to action at the end. Always have a kind of like, right, next week we're going to do this. In the meantime, I want you to write any questions you have, put it into the chat, and then I will take it through, or I want you to connect with me on Facebook. Here are my details. Off you go. So think about all of those things, and you can write them down on your storyboard. Okay, and that's why DESCRIPT, with the way that it looks, with these scenes, is so good. Okay, so in this case, if I've got, for example, a piece of video that I want to put in and so on, so I would actually just go and did you hear that? It's actually got the sound of the sea on there. All right, so you get the idea. There are some videos with sound as well as just the pictures as well. Okay, so on here, if I want to put in that video, I just click on it and then bring it in and so on. So it's easy to do, but I want you to just keep things simple to start off with. Okay, keep it simple. Really, so today is a very short session. Okay, I want you to think about what you want to see on your video. I want you to storyboard it. I want you to actually have either on one piece of paper, like landscape style, like this screen here. I want you to go and say, scene number 1, what is happening? Write it down, just briefly. Title video, title picture. Maybe you've got music. What sort of music is it? Which, do you own the rights to use the music in your videos? Right? You have to have that. So I want you to go through and actually write those things down and build your video on paper. The reason you do that, it helps you then shoot the video because you know what you're looking for. And you can go and shoot the B-roll that you want. Imagine you going physically to go and interview somebody in your town or the city that you live. If you've not storyboarded it, and then when you come to edit and you say, it'll be really good if I had some B-roll, too late then, isn't it? So I need you to think about this beforehand. I need you to plan things out so that the planning element over here will directly impact in a positive way to the outcome of your video. So the more you plan, the more you will, the better results you get. It's not rocket science, all of this, okay? So think about that in your video editing. And we looked at, for example, the 5-day challenge, didn't we? So, for example, if we go to the YouTube on here, let me just bring it up on here. I will bring that up on there. So for example, Groove Asia channel, playlists, and if we go to 5-day challenge video on here, and let's just pause that there, you can see we've got day 5, day 4, day 3, day 2, day 1. Day 3 over here is planning your videos. Day 4 is recording your videos. And day 5 is editing your videos. Okay? So I've gone through those things with you, but I really need you to look at the planning elements, especially if you're going to use DESCRIPT, because DESCRIPT is, like I keep saying, specifically designed in scenes. There aren't a lot of the other editing tools are not like that. Okay, that's one of the reasons I like it, because for me, I'm very visual. I don't want to see the timeline at the bottom of the screen. Like for example, something like this. I don't want to see all of that. Yeah, I can play around with it. I've edited it. I've done various things with it, but you know, I'm not a world-class video editor. And so for me to be able to teach you all of this, it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. Video editing is difficult, But for me, if I hide that timeline, and if I do all of these scenes, and then I'm able to move things around and edit things in the text here and insert pictures or images or audio files in here, then it's easier for me to deal with this screen over here, isn't it? Yeah. So that's the idea that I wanted to think about. And Nancy's saying, let's see what she's saying here, with a lot of strategies in there. Yeah, absolutely. Look, one of the things about this, remember, at the end, the end result, you want it to be a fantastic video, right? It could be a 1-minute video, it could be a 1-hour video, but you want a good result. The reason why you want a good result is you want people to watch it. You want it to be engaging, entertaining, exciting, and so on. Well, whatever your aims are, write them down, and then work out ways how to achieve that. If you know what you want at the end, then you've got a very good chance of putting the steps in place so that you do the things that get you to the end result. Okay, look, always have the end in mind. When you're first starting with video editing, just start messy. Start messy. If you cock things up, it's okay. What's the worst thing that could happen? You go back, try it again. Just practice it. But do practice it, because the more you get your hands dirty with this, just like anything, the more you do it, the better you get. You accelerate your learning if you do this every day. If you spend 15 minutes editing a video, so you create a 1-minute video, bring it into DESCRIPT, and then go and edit it. Do some of the things I've taught you, and then go to the screen and say, I wonder how I can do this. I wonder how I can do that. Go to the DESCRIPT YouTube channel and to their website, where they have great tutorials and help, and be inspired by what they're doing on there, and then go back and try something. It really depends on what you're trying to do with the video. Is it for a podcast? Is it for your YouTube channel? Is it for your website? Is it for your social media? Is it for your clients? And what do you want them to do at the end of it after watching it? Okay? There's all sorts of things to think about. The biggest thing is, have that idea in mind. DESCRIPT is a great tool, but there are other tools out there as well. At the beginning, I told you, there are times when I use DESCRIPT at the beginning to clean up the video, and then I put it somewhere else to do other things with it, and that's fine too. Well, again, the benefits of using DESCRIPT for me are the AI elements in it, the transcription element, the studio sound in there, the ability to create scenes and then move things around. I think it's great, and add in the transitions easily. I think it's great, okay? So, I want you to go and try it. Let me know how you go. Go to our Facebook group. Connect with me on there. You'll see me on there. You can send me a direct message. You can friend me on Facebook. The main thing is, let me know how you're doing and what questions do you have in using DESCRIPT. Now, there was one question. Let's see what we got here. Okay. So thank you very much. So my content quest, #live. I came late. Always inspirational. Thank you. Thank you for that. Now, what I want, as always, the thing that I always say is, this is not a Netflix channel. This is not entertainment. I want you to be inspired. Thank you for watching and letting me know. And I want you all to take action with this. Spend 15 minutes 3 times a week, 4 times a week to go and edit a video. Learn one thing that will help you in creating your own videos. Okay? How else are you going to learn? Right. Now, in the meantime, what I'd like to do is to show you some of the things that are taking place in the Groove Asia community. on here. And as always, for example, I want you to go to the actual calendar, and I will put this into the chat and share this with you. So I'll just put calendar in here. Okay, and let's share it on here. Okay, as you can see that I've gone through, and here is the calendar, and we're on Friday 28th. This is my GLU over here. Brilliant. And then what have we got going on next week? Well, for example, on Monday, on Tuesday in the early hours for my time. If you're in the USA, it'll be on Monday evening. There is this Synergize Your Opportunity and Knowledge. All right, so online course design people like yourselves, business leaders and entrepreneurs, with the tools to build and leverage strategic partnerships for sustained growth. Take a look at that, register at the link over here, and go to that. Earlier on, a couple of hours earlier, is the first Groove coaching session, which Karen and Peter run. So take a look at that. And the next coaching session is on Wednesday, and that's over here. And that's the one that I run on there as well. And this week, because it's the first Wednesday of the month, we have a Groove Asia new members orientation. Take a look at that, sign up for it, go there. Have a look and see what Karen and the team are doing for those of you who aren't so familiar with the community. Maybe you've forgotten, maybe it's been a while. Just go along there, and it's an interactive session in a Zoom room, so you can ask questions. Okay, and often she brings a guest in and, you know, talks about Groove and what examples, what things they've done with Groove on there as well. There are a number of other things going on in there, for example, with the Mastermind Retreat Preview, which is great, by the way, great webinar. Sign up for it by clicking on the link here. And we've got Karen, Peter, and myself doing all of these GLUs on here. And what I really enjoy is Tyra's Power Hour. She does that on a Wednesday and a Friday morning early hours, or Tuesday and Thursday USA in the evening. All right, so there's a number of things in there. Make sure you go to the calendar and take a look. In the meantime, I just want you to say, oh, here we go, a couple of people. Oh yeah, hi Pipley. There you go. Live but late. That's okay. That's all right. One of the things I said, Pipley, was some of the advice that I gave you directly, which was the idea that you won't know everything in DESCRIPT. Okay, work out how long you have to train yourself on DESCRIPT. Is it 5 minutes, 5 hours, or 50 hours? And then accordingly go and get the resources from the website and YouTube channels and so on as well. They've got a lot of things on there. And but have a think about what you're trying to do. And what I did earlier on in this session is to talk about the scenes, and the idea that you can actually map those scenes from your own design, your own preparation of your video, where you can actually write down what's going to happen in scene 1, what's scene 2, what's scene 3, and that will help you plan. Okay, so watch it again, watch the stream again, put it on 1.25 speed or 1.5 speed if I'm talking too slowly. I don't mind that. I do it all the time. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say to you, right, we're going to be back next week. I'm hoping to be back on the normal Thursday UK time in the afternoon, but I may have things on that preclude that. So, but I will be back sometime next week, and we will see you again. No problem, Pipley. Thanks for that, and thank you, Nancy. And appreciate all the messages. I appreciate all of you. And what I'm going to do, we're going to sign off with Simon and his energetic video, and I will see you all next week, same time, same channel. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hi, this is Simon Liang with GrooveAsia.cm. Are you already a part of the #1 community in the world? If not, do so right now for free training and support, along with live sessions to help you succeed. Start now by joining us in our private Facebook group and get more exclusive video content on our YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe with notifications turned on for all updates. Join our community right now. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you on the inside at GrooveAsia.cm.